Apple has officially introduced the new M4 MacBook Air, and it's creating quite the buzz in the tech world. But is it truly a significant upgrade over the beloved M1 MacBook Air? If you're wondering whether to stick with your M1 or upgrade to the M4, this comparison will break down everything you need to know. Design and build any major changes? At first glance, the M1 and M4 MacBook Air models look quite similar. Both feature Apple's iconic sleek and lightweight design. However, Apple made a big shift with the M2 MacBook Air by adopting the more uniform, flat-edge design, and this carries over to the M4. If you're coming from the M1 MacBook Air, you'll notice that the wedge-shaped body is gone in favor of a more symmetrical look. Size and weight comparison. M1 MacBook Air, 2.8 pounds, 1.29 kilograms, 0.63 inches at the thickest point. M4 MacBook Air, 2.7 pounds, 1.24 kilograms, 0.44 inches thick, consistent all around. The M4 model is slightly thinner and lighter than the M1, making it even more portable. But if you love the classic wedge design, you might need time to adjust to this change. Display worth the upgrade? The display on the M4 MacBook Air is significantly improved over the M1. M1 MacBook Air, 13.3-inch Retina display, 400 nits brightness. M4 MacBook Air, 13.6-inch Liquid Retina display, 500 nits brightness, P3 wide color, and True Tone. With the M4 MacBook Air, you get a slightly larger screen with thinner bezels, higher brightness, and better color accuracy. If you do a lot of content creation, editing, or simply enjoy a more vibrant display, the M4 is a solid upgrade. Performance. M1 versus M4 chip. Apple's biggest selling point for the M4 MacBook Air is its next-gen M4 chip, which delivers better efficiency and performance. CPU and GPU power. M1 MacBook Air, 8-core CPU, 7-core GPU base model. M4 MacBook Air, 9-core CPU, 10-core GPU base model. Apple claims that the M4 MacBook Air is up to 1.5x faster than the M2 MacBook Air and significantly outperforms the M1. Real-world tests show major improvements in multi-core performance, making the M4 better for professionals working with demanding apps. AI and machine learning improvements. The M4 chip comes with a neural engine upgrade, making it ideal for AI-driven tasks, including background noise cancellation, enhanced photo editing, and machine learning tasks. Battery life, a surprise winner? One of the most impressive aspects of the M1 MacBook Air was its battery life, and Apple has made sure to keep that standard in the M4 model. M1 MacBook Air, up to 18 hours of battery life. M4 MacBook Air, up to 18 hours of battery life. Despite the more powerful chip, Apple managed to maintain exceptional battery efficiency. So, if battery life is your priority, both laptops perform similarly. Ports and connectivity, any big differences? M1 MacBook Air, 2x USB-C, Thunderbolt 3, 3.5mm headphone jack. M4 MacBook Air, 2x USB-C, Thunderbolt 4, MagSafe 3, 3.5mm headphone jack. One of the biggest advantages of the M4 MacBook Air is MagSafe charging, which frees up both USB-C ports. This is a game changer for users who frequently use accessories while charging their laptop. Speakers and camera, the M4 takes the lead. The M4 MacBook Air gets an upgraded 1080p FaceTime HD camera compared to the 720p camera on the M1 model. If you do a lot of video calls, this alone could justify the upgrade. Audio-wise, the M4 MacBook Air has a 4-speaker system, while the M1 only has stereo speakers. This results in richer, more immersive audio. Price, is it worth upgrading? M1 MacBook Air base model starts at $799, discounted price in 2024. M4 MacBook Air base model starts at $1,099. If you're on a budget, the M1 MacBook Air is still a fantastic value. However, if you want the latest and greatest features, the M4 MacBook Air is worth the extra money. Final verdict, should you upgrade? If you already own an M1 MacBook Air and mostly use it for basic tasks like web browsing, media consumption, and office work, there's no urgent need to upgrade. The M1 is still a fantastic laptop in 2024. However, if you're coming from an older Intel MacBook or need a machine for heavy workloads, content creation, or AI-driven tasks, the M4 MacBook Air is a powerful and future-proof choice. Let us know in the comments. Would you upgrade to the M4 MacBook Air, or is the M1 still enough for you?